Just read the latest chapter of Blue Lock, and oh my god, our wingers! I Loki was a little sus about adding Tetsu and Yukimiya on the field because I'm like, what have they done? But they showed out. Beginning of this chapter, we start off with the Blue Lock dummy showing the dribbling techniques of cutting inside. And when you cut inside, you kind of like have a lot of various attack patterns from that. Typically, people would have like only 3 various attack patterns off of this cut inside. But with Teddy at night, he has over 7. And that powerful weapon helped him elevate and join the new generation of 11. See him celebrating after the 1 goal he had. And Ego asks Fox, like, how did you get him to be this way? And he says, youngsters are nobodies. They're blank canvases filled with hope. You just have to give them dreams and joy before they're able to start thinking for themselves, and you can control them like puppets. This coach is crazy. Ego then climbs back to like, but you couldn't beat France. Also, Blue Lock couldn't beat France either. Fox and Ego just don't like each other, bro. Even Ego saying we're like oil and water. And then Ego just casually says, it's been that way since I was an active player. And you were my coach. Fox and Ego back on the pitch, and we see Isagi just confused how Teddy in the England is so good with no ego. Like, he can't believe there's someone that could survive in this competitive world with being egoless. It still can't make sense to him, so he's not able to think of a plan to beat them. Before Isagi would try to devour people's egos, so he doesn't know how to devour someone who has no ego. He's not giving up. He's still thinking about how he can attack them. They must have a weakness. Blue Lock starts off with the ball, and Isagi passes it straight to Yukimiya. Yukimiya is confronted by 2 of the England players. Then we get a flashback of Yukimiya when he was training for the U20 games. It seems like he was training this sword style called Ika Jutsu. It's funny because in Kagurabachi, that's what Samura and Yoji has learned, this technique. He's using katana and basically being able to quick draw it from his sheath. Ego wants him to learn this so he could be able to be explosive while he's still, as he becomes a master of stop and go. He dashes past one of the England players. It seemed like they did their research on him, so they covered him with 2 other guys, but he wasn't really worried about it, so he's like, oh, since you got 3 on me, the other side is wide open as he passes to the other winger. Zantetsu, man! The speed demon. And for his training, Ego had him training 100-yard start techniques to help with his velocity. He dashes out there. He dashes past one of the England defenders as he calls himself, I am a hunter. He even takes a shot on goal. This is probably the first time I've seen him take a shot on goal. It was wide open, but this goalkeeper, nice. He was able to block it. Isagi was really happy because they were able to break down their 0-1 wall. How the double winger formation is working. Thanking Ego for his strategy. The goalkeeper puts the ball back into play, and we see Agi from England do a chest pass, but there's a crow feather coming down. You know what? There's a crow feather. Pizarro is pulling up, bro, and he's already pressing the ball. This is pretty obvious what their attack pattern is. And even Agi's like, yeah, if we stick to this 0-1 plan, it won't work against Blue Lock. As he switches up on his whole team and actually takes the ball like an Ego. Eddie is puzzled. Everyone on his team is wild. Fox, the coach, is pissed off. Pizarro can't believe that he used his own team as bait. Luckily, our defender Kiora was able to come in and get the ball off of Agi. Isagi then awakened. You could see him locking in over there as he could smell someone's ego, Agi's. The ball then goes to Oliver, our captain, as he takes the ball and says Blue Lock Infinity. At the bottom of the chapter, the last panel, he says, I can devour him. Ooh, Isagi, you gotta pull up. Also, this panel of like Oliver looking like he's off the screen, it's just perfect. Ooh, what a chapter, man.